Hi, friends. Melinda and Ollie are here with you today. We have an awesome conversation with my friend Kristen from Mirage Media. She is a total badass and she never sleeps, like legitimately. So let's get into it. Kristen, introduce yourself to our listeners.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for having me. I am Kristen O'Neall. I am the founder and CEO of Mirage Media. We are a full service agency in Scottsdale, Arizona. We work with clients, now all over the world, but yeah, primarily in the CPG, food and beverage space.
And like, what do you do? Like, if somebody comes to you and they're like, I have a CPG, what do you do?
Yeah. You're like, what do you guys actually do here?
Yeah.
No, I love
Nobody
it.
knows what I do. So I figured, you
Yeah,
probably
and
got to
it's funny
explain it.
because everybody thinks, well, you always say that people come to you and they think that you do something different than what you
Yeah.
actually do. There's a lot of miscommunication, I think, in like marketing and advertising, just like in general. But yeah, so we offer a bunch of services, everything from paid social and paid search is really our bread and butter. We do full like photo shoots, video shoots, rebranding, packaging, websites. So, most of the time clients will come to us and they'll say, okay, I want to do a rebrand. Something I hear all the time is we need to do crazy stuff. We want to be like Liquid Death. And
Mhm.
we don't usually end up doing what they came to us for. And we're like, let's actually do this. Let's go this
Yeah.
way and try it, another way. But yeah, it's really interesting what clients come to you for and then what they end up leaving with or
Yeah.
like,
So
yeah.
when I first moved back from LA, I worked in an advertising agency, and generally advertising doesn't have PR in house, but we had PR in
Yeah.
house, and we had a vodka brand that came to us, and they're like, "Okay, we have the vodka. We know we want to call it this. Um, make everything else." So we ended up completely rebranding because what they wanted just didn't make sense. And then we made like a whole storyline behind it. And then we helped with packaging. We did the events. We did all the PR. We helped at trade shows. We literally built that brand for
Love it
them.
all.
So do clients ever come to you like that? And they're like, okay, I just have this thing. I want to launch it. Like, help
Oh
because I
yeah.
don't know what to do.
Yeah, no, I was in a meeting last week and the two founders were like, "Yeah, so we're dumb. So just tell us what you think just in general." I'm like, I just thought I was here to run some ads, but I'll give it to you straight for sure, but I think that's a big reason why our clients come with us and stay with us is we are like a really like no bullshit agency. Like it is my job to work for the brand and not the founder is something that I say all the time. And I think sometimes founders, especially, it's almost like like those Febreze ads. It's like nose blind, like you're nose blind to the
Yeah.
smell of your house. I think founders can be nose blind to their brand and the way that they think the audience is perceiving them or what they think is really important and resonating with, an audience or maybe like a, limited time offer or a new launch. Um, I'm like, so you're too close to it. Like I'm an actual consumer for, most of the brands that we work with, which is great. And so I can kind of bring in a perspective to say, let's actually go this direction. But I mean, a lot of agencies are like, yeah, they're yes men. They're like, we'll do
Hmm.
whatever you say. You guys are right, right? You're the experts. But we tell clients no and kind of do redirects a lot of the time, for whatever is best for the company.
Yeah, I find the same thing too. And I always tell clients like you're too close to your brand. That's why you need me. That's not why you need somebody outside that's pitching and advocating for you because yeah, like these people don't know what they need or
No,
even they think that their audience is one thing and it's like, no, that's absolutely not it. And like even if that is your audience, you're not doing anything to actually reach them in a way that you think that they are. Like where are they at? What are they
right.
doing? What are they consuming? Um it's hard, and that's why it's important to bring somebody else in that's a third party that, like, has no stake in the game, really.
Right.
It's besides, like, just helping you grow.
100%. And I always tell brands when when they were like in an RFP process or looking for an agency, I'm like, look, we are not for everybody. I was like, if you like, sometimes there's marketing teams and, they've been on the agency side or they know exactly what they want or they've been, running their own paid social or whatever it is. They know exactly what they want. I'm like, you should go with another firm or you should hire somebody in-house. Like, we are really going to come in and like take everything apart and tell you that this is dumb and we should do this direction. So, some brands and some founders, like that's just not what they want. They want people to kind of be like hype men and cheerleaders. That's not really our style. Our style is more like, we're going to give it to you straight. And, you know, we can't get you to where you want to be if we're just doing the same thing that you've been doing with your other firms. But yeah, it's something that we deal with all the time. But that's why our clients are so happy. They're like, it's a trusted source. I'm like, look, I don't care if you want to name your, new brand, whatever, X, Y, and Z, like I don't really care, but from the audience perspective, here's how I think that's going to land and resonate. And here's what I think we should do instead. Or, just being able to give them like real, honest, candid feedback is so important.
Yeah, and I always tell my clients, like, I know I seem like a no person, but it's my job to poke holes in everything before it
Yeah.
goes out, or else somebody else is going to do it. So, like, you and I have to find all the things that aren't going to work before it ever goes out to the public, or else it's over for you, or we're going to
Yeah.
have to do a lot of damage control.
I know. And I mean, I don't even know how you do that from your perspective because like that's like people, like
Yeah,
when I poke holes in things, I'm like, this is a brand,
it's a
but
package or
it's a
something.
package or it's a logo or whatever. But like, that must be so hard for you to be like, no, you as a person, this is everyone's perception of you. And,
Yeah.
you
Well,
suck
a
and
lot of the
everybody hates
times,
you.
yeah, people won't listen. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
When if you don't listen and I keep pitching and nothing happens, then I'm gonna just do what I need to do, and
Yeah.
you will figure it out very
Yeah.
quickly that like, hey, this didn't work.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
Okay, so tell us like backstory, where you went to college, your whole life, what you wanted to be when you grew up, and then like what
Yeah.
you actually ended up doing.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I grew up in Phoenix. I went to school in Northern Arizona University. So, it was, Phoenix is always like super hot and disgusting and, whatever. And Northern Arizona is, like forest, like it snows. And so
Hmm.
I loved being able to have those seasons, which was really just amazing. And it was something that I haven't experienced before. Since I was a kid, like little kid, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur and start my own company. My parents are entrepreneurs. I come from like, I'm fifth generation, entrepreneur. So that was always really in the path for me. Um, but yeah, when I was in college, I was just so excited to grow up and be an adult. And I had this internship at this, huge, like global company. And nobody told me to do this, but and I cannot believe I did this shit when I was like, what, like 19 or something crazy? I would go through our company directory and find somebody new like every day. Like I would find like the vice president of procurement or like the VP of public relations or something. And I would do so much research on that person. I would go into our like Google Drive and like search every, deck they made or anything that was available. And I would like give them a presentation of like what they can improve and like do better and like where I could
What?
yeah, and I'd be like, "Hey, like I was looking at X, Y, and Z. Like I love the seminar that you gave about this. Have you ever thought about doing this? Or like maybe we can try like so crazy." But and some people just like didn't respond because these are like,
Yeah.
you know, actual like
Like, who are you,
executives.
little girl?
Yeah. And the president of the company came to Phoenix like on a plane and was like, "Where is Kristen O'Neall? Like, who is that?" I was a summer intern,
Oh
and
my
he was
God.
like, "Who are you?" And like, "Why am I hearing your name in
Yeah.
our executive meetings. You're a summer intern. And so they offered me a job to work for them full time. And yeah, so I started on their corporate marketing team. I was actually still in school because they kind of wanted me right away. So I graduated early. And yeah, all my friends were still in school, and I was like a kid working on this.
Like 9 to 5, let's
Yeah,
go.
it was so crazy, but it was so fun. And I did that for a little while. And then I was like, um, the brand side is just too like slow for me, I think. You know, everybody's like everything takes too long. And like
Yeah.
I loved our agency and like they were so crazy. And like the thought of working with so many different clients and so many different verticals was so attractive to me. And so, yeah, I started working at an agency here in town, got to work on some really great accounts. But yeah, always the kind of the larger plan was to have my own firm.
Yeah, that's so similar to mine, and, um, it's crazy to think, like, I've never worked in-house anywhere. I've only ever worked at agencies, and
Wow.
so I'm like, if I worked in-house somewhere, I'd probably be so freaking bored. I
Oh,
wouldn't
it was
even know what to do.
horrible. No, I was like, everything takes, like, the emails would be like, yeah, like, thanks for this deck. Like, yeah, we'll make a decision in a couple quarters. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, this
Yeah,
is so wild. Even our clients now, like, they'll ask something of us. I'm like, great. Like, do you need this in the next hour? They're like, no, this could be like in 2 weeks. I'm like, no, you'll have it by like the end of the day. Like, that's
yeah,
crazy. So I'm
but
very fast-paced.
at the same time, like, do you get burned out really easy from doing that? Because I had to realize, like, oh, I can't promise everybody everything. Like, I can't get off a potential client call and send them a proposal 5 minutes later. Like, I have to
Yeah.
give myself time to work on it.
Oh, for sure. And I always say I have like a very interesting, weird like perspective to burnout. I am so obsessed with everything that I'm doing, and I just feel like I have so many things I need to achieve in my life. I really don't like sleeping, and I have never really been into sleeping that much. I sleep like maybe 2 hours a night.
No,
Sometimes I'll
I
I'll
can't do
stay
that,
up
girl.
like days and days just because I'm so excited. Like it's really hard for me to go to sleep because
Yeah,
when I try to go to sleep, I'm like I have this new campaign idea or I have, you know, let's do X, Y, and Z. And so I'm always up and I'm just super like excited for the next day to start. So we definitely like need time to like something like a proposal, like to put that together is, super important, whatever. But, I just always want our clients to feel supported and heard and taken care of. There's nothing worse than sending an email to anybody and it's like a black void. Like
yeah,
it goes nowhere. So we try to be super responsive and get things over to them quickly because I
yeah.
hate waiting on shit.
And that's something that I hated about working at big agencies because I am the kind of person, if I read the email, I feel like they know I just read it and I didn't respond to them. So I feel like I have to respond right then.
Your red
Um,
receipts are on.
Yeah, like, I feel like they know and they're like, "Oh my god, she's an asshole, we hate her." So I feel like I have to respond right then, but that's not everyone, and
No.
at big agencies, like, you have to have meetings on meetings on meetings to try to get anything approved just to send
Yeah.
a fucking email to a client or
Yeah.
tell them something, and I'm like, "No, I want my clients to feel like they have access to me. I want them to understand that even though this is a big investment, like, they have me on their team." So I take that really seriously, which lately it's been crazy and I'm restructuring my team and I'm doing different offers and I'm doing all this stuff. And I know that I'm slacking and I'm not giving people that attention that I would like to give them. But then at the same time, like it's not realistic that I am accessible to my clients 24/7.
No. You totally should not be.
Yeah.
And here's a good trick that I do all the time. It's a way to
Ollie's
respond and
here, by
say,
the way.
"Oh my
Ollie's
god."
here. Okay, Ollie
Oh,
break.
I forgot about Sunday. She's so cute. Okay, mini golden doodle?
No, he is a uh red toy poodle.
Oh my gosh.
So he's like an original.
I've never seen a red toy poodle.
Yeah.
Okay, stop.
So he's just
How old?
he's a year and a half.
So
He's
that's as
11
big as he's
pounds.
getting.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Ollie in your decks, by the way?
He's on my website, and I'm getting all new branding photos done, like I told you, and
Yeah.
he's gonna be in the photos.
Okay, so Sunday is in all of our decks, and we call her the chief marketing officer.
Oh my
So
god.
you can
Well,
take that one.
he's the chief puppy officer on my website.
Chief puppy officer, because he's a little mister. He's
I
so
know. Okay.
cute.
So
I don't even
back
know
to
what
what
we're
we were
saying.
saying. Okay, like, well, Jeremy will figure out a transition.
Sorry,
Do I
Jeremy.
need to ask the question or say the question again? So we were saying like, um, I have to figure out a way not to be accessible
Yes.
24/7 to my clients. So break.
So
Okay.
here's a little trick that I like to do to make it seem like to ease your anxiety that, you're responding to them right away, but also maintaining your boundaries. Even if the response is, "Thank you so much for sending this. I'm on it. I'm working on this right now," or "I'm going to work on this, and like I'll have you answer in the next couple days," or whatever it is. Just like a little note. Like it doesn't need to be a full. Like I used to wait and respond to clients like when I have all of the information, and that could take so long. But just letting them know that you received it and you're on it. Most of our replies, like, because I like to respond, I'm kind of nuts. I like to respond within like an hour or 2 hours. Most of the replies are like, "Thank you, noted, we're on it." Or if it's something super quick, I'll get back to them. So that might be, that's a good way to keep your boundaries, but also, have them feel supported and heard and all those great things.
Yeah. And then, like, just selfishly, what like tech stack do you guys use to like be organized with your team and all that stuff? Because that's something I really struggle with. Like, we have tons of Google Docs. All my clients have access to their own Google status.
Mhm.
And like, I don't use Notion. I don't understand it. But
Yeah.
like me and my team, we use Slack and Monday.com. But like, otherwise, it's just Google. So like, what do you guys use to like keep organized and communication and everything?
Yeah, I agree with you on Notion. I don't understand how people use Notion. Like, sorry for the Notion shade, but like I'm like,
I
what
can't
the
do it.
fuck is going on in
Yeah.
this whole thing? I love a Google Sheet. Like we have like a crazy ass Google Sheet with like drop downs and whatever. So that is something that just really works. Trello boards are a huge one. I'm obsessed with Trello. So everyone has like their own personal board and they could use it however they want. Like I'm not like a micromanaging, CEO that I'm like, this is how I want you to be organized. I'll give you the tools, but like you want to make it work for you. Some people on our team they're like physical note takers. Some people on our team are take notes on their notes app or, whatever. So I give a lot of flexibility to like how people stay organized and work. But Trello for tasks has been amazing. And we just have different buckets of like, in progress, completed, waiting client approval. And then that way everyone can like comment on the actual like Trello like task. And everything's like visible. I find that like where my team is at right now, like the number of people, I don't really need like a Monday or a teamwork or, something like big like that. And Trello is fine for now, but Asana, Teamwork, they're all great programs, but there's a lot of shit in there. And I feel like no one ever, does anyone even use most of these tools? Like,
I
I feel like
know.
you
That's
use
how
them
I
like
feel. And I get overwhelmed because I'm like, oh, I want us to be organized or whatever. And then, like, I don't end up using any of the things. And I'm like, why am I paying 40
right.
something dollars a month to have three people on this thing? And like, we're not even using all of it. And I try to do Zapier integrations and it's confusing. And then I try to have somebody do it for me. And then they wanted to charge a lot. And it's like,
No.
I can't deal with this.
No, it's just too much, and I find that a lot of the time, like, people just, like, wanna get organized for organization's sake. It's like, do what's right for you. Like, people are like,
Yeah,
"Oh my god, you guys use a Google Sheet?" I'm like, "And have we ever missed a deadline? I don't think so.
exactly.
Have we
Well,
ever
I
dropped the
like
ball? No." Like,
yeah,
that's what works. Like, what works, works, you know?
I like Google Sheets because my clients have access to it, and, like, I'm sure any other PR agency is probably like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you do it like this," but, like, they will have access to every single thing I've done. They can see
Yeah.
who I pitched, what I pitched. Half the time, I'll throw the contacts in there, like, I don't care, but
Love it.
especially, like, if it's interviews that they have to book themselves, I'll have it like, okay, here's the link to schedule this interview. They have to go in and schedule the interview
Mhm.
and then they have to mark it as scheduled and then they have to mark when they scheduled it for. That's saving everybody time instead of me going back and forth 15 times with them trying to figure out a schedule. They can
Right.
just do it and access it and update it all they need.
And here's the thing, everybody knows how to operate a Google Sheet. I
Exactly.
don't understand agencies that are like, "We're gonna add you to our Figma file, and, like, you need to go in
Ugh,
and submit a task." I'm like, "Then what the fuck are you doing? What are you here for?"
exactly.
Like, make it
Exactly.
easy. The clients know how to send an email, and they know, like, our clients are smart people, but, like, I'm not gonna tell my clients that they need to go learn our internal software to make it
Yeah.
easier on us. Like, our job is to make your life easier, not to learn our tools. So, like, no. Like, I love how you have it, and we're the same way. Like, all of the ad copy and, like, the organic posts, like, everything is in a Google Sheet. And, like, is it a lot more work for us? Like, yeah, like, saving everything and with all the links, sure. Would it be 10 times easier if they had their own Trello board in our system? Yeah, but, like, that makes our life easier and their life harder. So,
Yeah.
I totally agree with how you have it, and I
Yeah.
don't understand other firms that they're like, "Sign
Like,
off on it in this system." I'm like,
yeah. Oh my god.
"Okay."
I had a client, their internal marketing team would have me put, like, work orders in some weird thing, and I was like, "Girl, it's not that deep.
No.
I just need you to make, like, a flyer that I can send the local PTA for this event that we're doing with them. That's
Yeah.
all I need." It's like, why do I need to tell you the vibe, the color scheme, the
No.
feel, like all this shit? Like, figure it out. It's your
Figure it
brand. Like,
out. Like, yeah. No, I can't. One of our clients, they, like, have a creative agency, um, and I, like, had a couple, like, notes, like, on this email that they were sending out just based on, what we were seeing on the paid social side, like, it kind of all intertwines. They're like, "Yeah, any feedback put into this Figma file, and this is the form," and I'm like, "No, we can get on a meeting." Like, I'm not
yeah,
gonna, like, it was, like, a very quick note. I'm not gonna, like, I don't even know what you're talking about, so, no, let's normalize making clients' lives easier. Like, that is the name of
exactly.
our game, like, seriously, just
And half
making
the
everyone's
time you
life a
have
little
to,
faster.
like, go in and sign up for a membership on these fucking things to even access
Yes.
it. It's like, I don't need to do all that
No,
and
it's
get
too
an
much.
email until the day I die from this company that I'm never going to use again. Like, I don't need to do
Literally.
that.
Literally.
Oh my god. Okay. So I know you said you never sleep, but, like, what does your routine look like just in life with work, everything else?
Oh, no. If you were my coach, Todd, close your ears.
Shut up, Todd.
If you're my doctor listening to this, close your ears right now. My schedule is pretty crazy. So most of our clients are on the East Coast, and so we work all the coasts.
Mhm.
And now we have international clients. So yeah, it's always. So I wake up like 5:30 and get ready. My Here's the only thing I'm really picky about. My getting ready time in the morning is like very, very sacred to me. 'Cause it's, like, the only time I really truly have to myself, and then the rest of the day is for everybody else. It goes to brands, it goes to, founders, it goes to my team. So, like, this is my time, right, to just have. I get ready every single morning. I'm a very, very, very big, advocate of look good, feel good. I do not think that you can do your best work in sweatpants, I really don't. So, I am in full beat, dressed to the nines,
Yeah,
in
I'm like,
heels
every
every
time
day.
we've ever gotten on a meeting, you are like full glitz diva extreme.
Always, because 'cause I'm like, it's a look good, feel good moment, and even if I don't have any meetings and I'm just heads down doing work, I just always wanna be dressed for the day. You never know what's gonna happen, right? Like, I had a call,
Yeah.
like, 2 weeks ago, and it was one of our clients that we pitched, like, a year ago, and they ended up going with another firm. He called me in the middle of the day. He's like, "We should have gone with you guys. Can you just, like, come to our office?" Their office is, like, right next to our office. I'm like, "Yeah, like, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Let's do
Yeah.
it." So it's, I love look good, feel good. So I get ready in the morning. I head to the office. I'm also in the office every single day, Monday through Friday. I can't work from home. God bless you guys that could work from
Oh,
home.
yeah.
I just, I can't do that. I need my screens. I need my double monitors. I don't know how people have the big monitors, not for me. So yeah, and then I'm just in meeting. It kind of depends, like, day to day. But usually meetings all day. And then, working with clients, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then yeah, I leave the office usually around like 7-ish. My fiancé David is amazing, and so he usually, like, makes dinner and has that handled, and so I go home and he's awesome, and we chat for a little bit. I've been really working on, because David, I'm like a crazy lunatic workaholic, and,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
nobody should ever, like, do not be like me. This is not don't follow this routine if you're listening. But I wanna be able to, like, give David the time during, when we're home, so we always have dinner together, and then we watch a show, do something, and then when David goes to sleep, I clock in for my night shift, is what I call it, and I work until, like, probably, like, 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I take, like, a 1, 2-hour power nap, and I wake up again at 5.
Girl,
Yeah.
you're gonna be
Sponsored by Celsius.
oh, yeah,
You get a
you're gonna
couple
be
of Planet
bleeding out of your
Celsius.
eyeballs. But, like,
Yeah.
I get it, like, and that's the thing that people don't understand, and when they try to start their own business, they don't understand that you have to have a couple months, a couple years of doing the work like that
Oh,
until
yeah.
you get it sorted, and, like, I'm 7 years in at this point, and I have clients all over the world, so I'm getting emails at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I will wake up, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll check my phone, I'll see that, and I'm like, "Shit." So I
Mhm.
go downstairs, put my contacts in and work for a little bit, but,
Yep.
before Jeremy and I moved in together, I would do just like you were
Oh,
saying. I mean,
yeah.
not to that extent, but, like, I would get up in the middle of the night, work for a few hours, go back to sleep, and then get up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym, do all this stuff, and I just I can't do that anymore,
Yeah.
but I do have, like, I'd say, like, 1 or 2 nights a month where I just have such bad insomnia, and I'm like, it's because I have to get things out of my brain, and I have to actually
Right?
work and go, and I will come down and get on my computer and just lock in for, like, 2 hours
Yeah.
and
What is that
get
called
a
on
shit
TikTok?
ton
Flow
done.
state? Like, when you enter flow state and you're like,
Mhm.
yeah, no, I get it, but it's definitely it is not healthy, like, at all. I have terrible carpal tunnel. My orthopedist said I am the youngest person he's ever seen with this degree of carpal tunnel. So it's like
My
it's
god.
not, don't follow this routine.
Yeah.
But it's true that, like, you need to it is a commitment. I remember the day that I quit my job, at the last stage of, my last job that I'll ever have. I remember, like, walking into the office that day when I knew I was gonna quit, and I'm like, "This is the last easy day I will ever have until I retire." I was like, every busy day that I thought I had, like, it is nothing
Oh,
compared to what
nothing.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do for the next, like, 3 years, and because this is grind mode. I don't have kids. Dave and I are getting married in a year, but, like, this is the time that I am building and growing and scaling. This is the only time I can do it. When I have kids and I, like, I have soccer practices and all these things, like, you can't do this. And so that it's a huge reason why I started my company when I did, because I'm able to grind like this in this period of my life. And also I love it. Like, I used to have, like, therapists and coaches be like, "This is so unhealthy, you're a workaholic." I'm like, no, I'm, like, very happy. Like, I love what I do, and it's, like, hard for me to check out, and, like, what we do, like, we are in the business, you and I both, of changing lives. It's not
Mhm.
just an ad, right? It is how many more people can we reach, and can this product or this person or this brand, how many more people can I reach and connect with? And how many more lives can I change? And when you think about it, less of KPIs and numbers and more about people, how could you go to sleep? It's like, you're gonna go to sleep? There's people out there depending on you, and they'll never know who I am, and they won't know that there's somebody on the other end of this, but, like, it matters to me, and I am up all night, not because of the founders, or not because of the brands, or not even because of my team. It's because of those people that I haven't reached yet through our clients. So, yeah, it's hard to go to sleep. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm cold to them.
Yeah. Like, hearing you say that, I'm like, God, I've had so many times where it's been in the middle of the night and I lock in and I'm like, if I just email like 3 more journalists or 4
Yep.
more journalists or go down a rabbit hole and try to find these people. And the thing is, it works. Like, and that's the shitty part. Like,
Yeah.
it works every time. I'm like, God, now I'm like, okay, do I need to like commit to one night a week of just like staying up all
100%.
night and freaking working, but I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I'm too old for that shit now. But
No,
like,
you've done this a lot. I
yeah,
mean, you were in the
yeah,
agency world a lot longer than I
yeah.
have,
I mean,
so
I'm 16 this month is 16 years in PR.
wow.
And so like, yeah, this time 16 years ago, I was in LA looking at apartments because I was moving. So it's like insane to me. But yeah, I don't know. I beat myself up a lot over not working as much as like how you're saying, like, because I used to do that. But it gets to a point where it's just not sustainable anymore. And like
No.
if I wasn't with Jeremy and he didn't have kids and I lived alone, I would probably still be working like that. But it's just different when other people are in the mix.
Yep.
And it's hard
And,
and
like,
life gets
you
in the
can't
way.
do it. You can't do it forever.
Yeah.
There's a reason that everyone in advertising is young.
Yeah,
They all just drop
exactly.
dead, like, seriously, like,
Exactly. Literally.
you actually cannot do this for that long, and,
Yeah.
like, my goal, like, I wanna be retired by 45, like,
Uh-huh.
that is my vision, because not because, like, I wanna give this all up, it's like, I actually cannot physically do it. Like,
Yeah.
you can't give this much of yourself to everybody else for that long. And I'm like, that's about the amount of time I have. And then I can, I'll always be involved in the company, whether it's like a president or, board seat, but like actually being able to like grind and do this for that long, it's just, you're right, it's just not sustainable. But
Yeah.
no, don't feel bad. I'm like a crazy, like seriously, it's not good, but I'm obsessed. Like I can't stop. I love it. I love it.
So what are your goals for 2026? Like what's like personal, professional? Do you even know them yet?
Yes. Oh my girl, we have a 27-page document of
Oh my
my
God, of course.
2026 vision and yeah,
That you
everything. So
probably wrote at 3 o'clock in the morning.
oh, I was in flow state, girl. I was
Yeah.
like, this is great. No, we have a lot of amazing things coming up. We're going to expand our service portfolio. We have a ton of really awesome things. We have the Mirage Creative Lab coming through. So that's going to be a fusion of our in-house photography and videography team and studio and our AI, creative and programs that we've made. So we're able to kind of expand our creative portfolio. Other things like we're expanding into another uh, programmatic platform, which is super exciting. We'll be adding 6 new team members, some really, really awesome
Oh my
roles. We're
gosh.
moving offices. So it's going to be a huge, huge year. I'm already mentally in January. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
even here anymore. I am in 2020
Yeah.
already.
And I'm having a hard time right now because it is that weird part of the year. And especially for me, because like journalists are kind of working, but they're not really working. And then everyone just got laid off and it's like
Yeah.
shit. And then clients are still paying. So I have to make things happen for them. Or they don't want to pay because they're like, well, no one's in the office. Why am I going to pay you to work? And it's like, I need to buy Christmas presents, bitch. Like, let me pay my bills and I need to pay my quarterly taxes. Like, let's go. You still got to pay me. Um, but that's hard. Like, but for me, yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for January, but my goals, not that you asked, but I will tell you my goals,
Oh, no, tell
for
me your goals. What?
2026, we, are, like, changing up our services and ma just making it more accessible to people, but then sustainable, and then, I have, like, really locked in and dialed in my team because I would always have a lot of interns and virtual assistants and things like that, but now I think I've gotten the team to a really good place, and I have someone that's gonna be helping me out that's done PR for, like, 30 years,
Wow.
and, like, she's someone I can trust and just be like, "Run with it, I don't care, like,
Love.
please just take this off my plate so I can grow the business." But, like, my biggest goal in 2026 is to make enough money from MJPR that then I can buy a rental property in the mountains of North Carolina and then start renting that out to have that secondary income.
Yeah.
So then I'm not having to put all my stress on PR clients because PR is always the first thing to go when budgets get tight.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with this whole everything. That's amazing. And I know that you and I talked the last time that we spoke
Yeah.
about, your new podcast, like
Yeah.
offerings and all of that fun
Yeah.
stuff. I got your email. I'm
Thanks,
obsessed with
girl.
that email. No, I'm so excited for you. And just everything that you're doing is just so badass and cool. And what you do for founders, not only like through this podcast, but through the events that you're doing in Raleigh, and having everybody, be able to meet up and just connect as founders is so cool. And so I'm so excited for everything that's to come with you.
Ugh, I just love you. Yeah, I want people to feel like not alone because
Yeah.
it's really, really lonely.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
also want them to see like the real shit, like the staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning and not like girl boss shit. Like this is not these ads that we get that's
Yeah,
like,
CEOs. I'm like,
yeah,
no, we're carpal tunnel and I quit
work
this.
2 hours. Like I sent 4 emails last week and I made $20,000. That's not fucking real. What
Yeah,
people don't know, and you can probably attest to this, they're yeah, they made $20,000, but they spent 15,000 on ads.
totally. No, that's what I'm
So
not saying. And it's bullshit. It's those people. And let me just tell you, this is really real. And I've told a lot, and we don't
and
take it
half
to
those
our.
girls live in Arizona. So
They kind of do. They kind of do.
all the
And like
girl bosses live in Phoenix.
all the CEOs live here. No, and we don't work with a ton of pre-revenue brands, but like there are brands that come to us and they're like, we're starting this and here's how much money we've, raised so far and we need branding, whatever. And I have told it's at least 3 to 5 CEOs, founders. I'm like, do not do this. Do not do this. I go get a job, go to monster.com and start typing shit in and go find a job. When founders are looking for this get rich quick scheme that's like, you can work, 2 hours and, make all this money, that's not real. Like that doesn't
Mm-mm.
happen. Like maybe 1 out of 1 million people, it's just like a fluke situation. But to be an entrepreneur and to be a founder, you have to have the why. If you don't have a why behind it, you will fail. Look at the stats of how many businesses in the United States fail. It's over 50% in the first year. And if you make it to the second year, it's like 70%. It is
Mhm.
such a small chance of survival. And it is because of ads and stuff like that that's like selling you on this amazing, work-life balance. I'm like, work-life balance? There's no life. There's no
Yeah.
balance. There's no life. And like if you are not in it for that, then don't do this. Or like founders that are like, oh, I just hate my boss. I don't want a boss. I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. I'm like, that is not a good enough reason to start a
No.
company. You need the why to power it through. So when it's 2 in the morning and you know that you have to get a bunch of shit done before the next day, if your why is because you don't want a boss, I'm telling you, you're gonna head right back to your bed. You're not gonna get anything done. So
Yeah.
I
Also,
hate that.
like hating your boss, you're going to end up having 1,000 other bosses. Like I
Right.
work for all of my clients. They are all my bosses at the end of the
Yeah.
day. Like,
Try having
no.
50 bosses. If you hate
Yeah.
one, you're gonna really hate this.
Yeah. Okay. So, fun question, and it'll be our last one. What's like a super unhinged story that you have about being a founder?
I have a no asshole client policy rule. And I'm dead serious. It's working with an asshole client, it rips apart your team's internal retention. They're really not profitable. Like I did this at my last firm. I'm doing it now. Like it's not. It will come back like to be unprofitable. The amount of churn that you're going to go through, internally, the amount of training, the amount of headhunters, like, you yourself as a founder having to step in. So like I just like cut that off in the beginning. But I remember this one RFP that we had a little bit earlier in the year, and it was a pre-revenue client, which I'm not like totally into always, but they had some major funding. They're huge. I'm not gonna like say who obviously, but they're like celebrity, like maybe like a B-list celebrity level, like founded by like a famous person. So I'm like, well, this could be cool, like in our portfolio. They and you could tell when you're getting fucked over. And in the RFP process, like there is a fine line of like, I'm going to give away the keys to the castle. Like
Mhm.
you're basically handing somebody a year-long marketing and advertising strategy for free. And so like when there's no commitment, like that's the risk of going into RFP. And this is something that every agency has to go through. And so, we toe the line definitely and we give, enough. But the questions that they were asking, like, afterwards, like, follow-up, like, super specific, like, "What's the target? Blah, blah, blah." Like, like, I could tell. I'm like, "You're gonna go and hand this to somebody internally that you paid $60,000 a year, and you're gonna take my $5 million strategy for free." And I mean, this is a big, big, big account. And I remember sitting in the meeting, it's all men. It's like this Zoom meeting of like 5 men. And I was like, I'm so sorry to stop everybody here. Are you guys fucking me over? Like, if you are, I would just love to, like, let's just get ahead of it. Like, I'm a very blunt person. If you are fucking me over, I like, we can go down this road, but, like, my lawyer will come after you. Like, you can't just take my stuff, but, like, let's talk about it. Like, if you like, I'll sell you the strategy. Like, I'll give you the keys and what you're asking for. I feel like you guys are fucking me over a little bit. Am I right? And it was, like, silent, and I was like, "This is, like, maybe not good."
Oh my
And they were like,
god.
"Well," and one of them goes, "You well, we can just say." And they were like, basically, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool. So, like, let's just be honest and let's keep it a buck. And here's what we're gonna do next." I'm like, I'll give this to you guys. I'll sell you this strategy, blah, 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 blah. And I literally, and actually ended up being a great deal. I trained their internal person on the whole, vision and what I was thinking. My team met with the optimizers and told them kind of what we were thinking. And it ended up actually being a really great, amazing deal. So, like, I would just say in those moments, like, instead of flying off the handle and being pissed off and petty or whatever, like, I was like, let's just be honest. And, like, I want to help you guys out. I don't want you guys to steal from me and be rude. So let's, work through it together. So that was kind of
Oh
crazy.
my god, that's such a good idea, though, and it
Yeah.
still ended up being
It's
business,
great.
but honestly, it's probably better because you didn't actually have to do any of it.
No, and I'm like, this is and, like, we had to do, obviously, like, more work to, like, round everything out, but it was great. They have an awesome strategy. They just wanted to do it internally. That's totally fine. And so I'm like, "Let's just work together." But, yeah, no, it was one of those moments where, like, the little angel and devil on my shoulder, I was like, "Kristen, do not say, 'Are you guys fucking me over?'
You're
to,
like,
like,
"I'm
a
choosing
group."
violence today."
I'm like, "No, we're just gonna do it." And I was, like, on my 5th meeting, I was already, like, kind of pissed off. I'm like, let's just like, we could skip so much stuff. Like,
Yeah,
let's just get to the point. Are you guys fucking me
yeah,
over or not? So,
and,
yeah,
like,
that's
just be
crazy.
honest, don't put out a RFP if you're not gonna go with anybody.
Right. I'm like, and, like, it happens all the time. It's really sad, but, oh, it kills me. Like, sometimes I'll see, like, a billboard. I'm like, I made that. Like, it's in a deck that I
Oh
presented.
my
And so,
god.
yeah, it definitely, like, pulls at the heartstrings a little bit, but, like, I really try to look at it, like, at it from a lens of, like, wow, they really resonated with every single thing that we put together, and, maybe they wanted to save some money, whatever. I try not to let that stuff get me down. I
Yeah.
have this is how I cope with this. I have a Mirage Museum of Influence on one of our bookshelves, and it is, like, 2 photos of, like, stuff that we pitched clients, like, either during an RFP or whatever. Um, and then if they, like, didn't go with us, and then their copied version of whatever we put together.
Oh
And
my
so it's like no one ever
god.
sees it. It's like my own personal thing, but it's just kind of like a reminder, like, we really are so great, and imitation is the highest form of flattery, and, that's how I personally don't let it get me don't
Oh
let it
my
get me
god.
down
And that's something that people don't understand, especially if you work in the creative field. That will happen all the time.
all the time.
All the time. I see it all the time. People that I did, presentations for or whatever, and then they don't end up going with me, but then they try to do it themselves and it's like so bad and shitty. Or it's like, well, they took
Brutal.
all my messaging. Oh, well,
They'll
fuck
come
it.
back.
Like,
Our win back rate is so crazy. It's like 90%.
yeah,
They'll come back in a year,
yeah,
and they'll say, "We tried the cheaper option. We tried doing it ourselves. Why is this not working how you said?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, because it's not us doing it,
yeah.
so we can take over and do it." But,
Yeah,
yeah.
or they turned you down, went for somebody cheaper, got fucked over, come back to you, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"I don't have any money, but I really need you." And it's like, "Shoulda
Sorry.
just came with me in the beginning."
Right, exactly, exactly.
Cool. Well, is there anything else you have to add before we get off?
I love this little mister. No, this
Ollie.
was so fun. You are just so the best. I love chatting with you. I feel like whenever we're chatting, it's like two vets sharing war stories about
I know.
our crazy
I
past.
know. Literal. Well, thanks for coming on, girlfriend.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Bye.
Kristen is just the cutest and the sweetest. So make sure to look her up. Mirage Media will have all of her links in the show notes. If you need some ads, if you need some marketing, she's got you. And let's just continue to celebrate other female founders that are doing the damn thing. It's hard out here for us and we don't get any sleep. So also probably pray for Kristen. I'm worried about her health, but let's hope that she gets like a solid 8 hours of sleep on the weekends, at least, to make up for all the sleep that she's not getting during the week. But thank you for listening. Share with a friend, like, subscribe, smash that like button, whatever you want to do. And thank you for supporting me and Ollie. We'll talk to you on the flip side. Like and subscribe to my podcast. It's Unhinged. Dun, dun, dun.